Hey guys, it's Raven. She's out and about. I am actually off to the doctor this morning to have my blood drawn. Uh, it is that time again. It is vitamin D checking time, and they're also going to be checking the function of my liver because there was an anomaly in my blood test a few months ago, as you well know, and today is the day that we are going to check my levels and have my blood retested. It's been nearly 4 months now, and they are testing to see whether my vitamin D levels have actually appeared because the vitamin D levels I had were like 0 point something. They were atrocious. And I was given 10,000 milligrams of vitamin D to have for 3 months. And then today is the day to test that and to test whether getting my levels up has actually helped my vitamin D levels and whether it's actually helped my liver function or whatever they suspected is wrong with my liver, which I have to say is a bit daunting. I generally wouldn't worry about stuff like this, but your liver's quite important. It's not like it's your appendix or something. It's a functioning organ that you actually need to be working per se in like a good stead, but we're not going to dwell on it. I'm currently in the graveyard. Belle would have told you that. My appointment's in like 15-20 minutes, so I've just come to the graveyard for a bit of Adam reflection time. As you well know, I lost my best friend a year ago in February, and I do come to the graveyard once a week for reflection time. And to be fair, I've been coming to the graveyard a lot more because it actually looks nice today. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's just about right for me today. You also do get some funny looks sitting in a graveyard, which I can't understand why, because you're meant to come and pay your respects. Now, obviously, I can't pay respects to Adam because he isn't buried here. He's actually buried in Norwich, and I can't always get to his grave. So I come here and I take some time to reflect, thank the juju gods that I'm still alive. You know, every day, as they say, it is a blessing on this earth. I'm not Christian or religious at all. I'm actually satanic, but I do. There's no way of going to a. Satanics don't have a graveyard. I just sit at home with my pentangle, you know. But yeah, grass is a bit wet today, so I don't want to walk around in the grass for too long. But I did want to show you the beauty that is a graveyard, and that just because, you know, people look at you weirdly and stuff when going to graveyards doesn't mean you shouldn't visit a graveyard. I think it's really calming and soothing and can be really therapeutic. And here's the reason why. There are bunnies that roam around. You've caught lots of bunnies on my cameras. The other day, when I was in the dog park, there was a muntjac deer just chilling. So the birds, there was a hedgehog the other night when I walked through the graveyard. There's rabbits. There was a muntjac deer. A graveyard, as much as it's a sign of death and the afterlife, is actually also a sign of new life, because you get the baby rabbits, you get the baby hedgehogs and all that. So they do say from death springs new life. But it is gorgeous here today. And as you can see, I am totally alone. It is beautiful here. It is one of the best cemeteries I think I've been to, apart from a couple further afield. And this, as always, is my favourite tree. which is under here. As you can see, the big one. It's usually the place where I find all the squirrels hanging out. And it's sheltered. So I can get out the heat for 5 minutes. There are a couple of people buried under here. There are a couple of people buried right under the tree. They got the right idea. They were buried right under the tree. They've got no markings, so I can show you their graves. They were buried right under the grave. I guarantee you it's a husband and wife. And they used to come to this tree or something. They thought, you know what, we're going to be buried under it. Either the tree came first or they did, but whichever way, they picked a great spot because this tree is just a harbour of plants and birds and life and squirrels on occasion. Usually the squirrels come out at dusk or first thing in the morning, or like dawn, like morning dawn and then dusk. So they come around quite often, but it is immensely beautiful under here. And this is where I come to reflect generally. The fact that it's sheltered is one thing. So it's sheltered from the sun, the wind. Come down here in the winter, you're sheltered from the rain, not gonna lie. It's a perfect reflection spot. Is actually opposite the doctor's as well, because the doctor's is just over there, which I'm going to in a minute. It's a really hot day to have your blood taken as well. I don't do well having my blood taken, I must admit. I do have a tendency to pass out. I do have a tendency of when they go to take my blood out, that once they've took the first vial out, my blood pressure kind of dips a bit. But I need it taken. It needs looking at. I still feel dizzy quite a lot of the time and tired and lethargic, and I do get occasional black spots in front of my eyes still, so it needs looking at. And if I need to take some more vitamin D or whatever, I'm definitely getting the sun. I am trying to go out more on that, but recently it's been just way too hot. Like, you know, you're talking nearly 30 degrees in the UK. It's fine in like small bouts, but staying out for it, 4 or 5 hours a day, I just can't do it. After about an hour, I'm like, I need some aircon. And we don't have aircon in the UK. We have fans that sit on tables, or open your window and it's even hotter. And I live in a flat, so it's even worse. Can't even open my front door to get some like draft through, like people when they open their front and back doors. Can't even do that. But it is gorgeous here today. And yeah, nothing more beautiful than a graveyard on a beautiful sunny day. I mean, look, it is stunning on a sunny day. Just look at that. I mean, at night time, yes, the aesthetic of a cemetery graveyard changes. Everything looks a bit more creepy and a bit more, you know, dark and leery. And most people don't like walking through graveyards in the middle of the night, you know. But in fact, there's nothing actually scary about graveyards. I find them relaxing, and I've always had a fascination for cemeteries and coming to cemeteries as a child and just hanging out, just hanging out in a cemetery. Um, it's a really good way of building an understanding between life and death and how fleeting it can be. Like I said, I lost my friend a year ago in February. He was actually my age, which is scary. Um, and he's gone just like that. So it really does bring to like the forefront just how fragile life is and how you are only here for a short time. And no matter what you do with your time, hopefully good, you spend it wisely, because you're not on this earth for very long. You could shuttle off this mortal coil, as they say, in a blink of an eye, or, you know, the various ways that you can shuttle off this mortal coil. Not necessarily of your own doing. It could be an accident, could be a disease, and you don't get to pick the time you go either. Your body, your mind, and your existence on this plane is on a ticking clock. It's just you don't know when it's going to go off. It's how I think of it. We're on a little clock that goes tick. Think of it like a metronome, tick tock, tick tock. And eventually that tick tock stops. And that is your end on this world. And what lies afterwards? Nobody knows. Do you reincarnate as another person and start again? Or do you come back into this life as a child and your memory is wiped? Do you go to a plane of heaven? Do you head to hell? Do you hang around as a ghost and just hide in the world as spirits and they just live on? Who knows? What is beyond this earth is even scientists cannot give you the answer. So that is something that people will dwell on for the rest of time, what lies beyond. But for the minute, you can stand in a cemetery and appreciate the now. And the now, it is blissfully hot, but beautiful. And there is nowhere I would rather be than right here, right now, sheltered under this tree while it is roasting out there. I mean, look at that. It's hot just looking at it. It just screams heat. But yeah. So I thought I'd just bring you this little video of just ramblings. Didn't really have a plan, needed to get a video out, but I don't know how I'm going to feel after going to the doctor this morning and having my blood taken. I usually feel a bit iffy for the rest of the day. I just do not do well to have my blood taken, must admit. The scariness of wondering whether I'm going to pass out this time and whether my blood pressure is going to drop low again, it always scares me. Because I have a low blood pressure anyway. I have it consistently, but when they take my blood, it dips. And that's when I black out. But I need it taken. So wish me well. Fingers crossed. And then in due course, I'll let you know the results. Because I've been doing my best. At the minute, with the fact that the sun has come out, I've been going out more. But obviously, recently, it's been rain. And I had gone out a lot less, maybe the last 3-4 weeks. But I think everybody had. So, one for all and all for one. But I'm going to love you and leave you guys because I need to go see Dracula. Me and my bro. But if you want to like and subscribe and give a big thumbs up, support the channel with a PayPal, Super Chat, all super thanks. Become a member. I would love it if PayPal donations came in thick and fast rather than YouTube ones because they do take 30%. It's a rough time to be a YouTuber right now. But yeah, if you want to like and subscribe, that would be amazing. Help the girl out. Buy a drink, buy an ice cream, support the Raven, and I will see you very soon. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Bye, guys.